Hello everybody and welcome to a quick game review for Path of Acra. This is the first of my new video line that I want to do for criminally underrated games that I really want to give you guys a heads up about because they really do deserve more love. If you are a fan of old school roguelikes, Path of Acra is pretty much made for you. If any of these three games ring a bell on you, Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup, Tales of Magial, and Rift Wizard, well, you basically see the synergy of these three games right in front of you. And the game itself is fast-paced. You have a lot of different races you can pick from that have lots of different effects, classes that play distinctly different from each other, and a lot of different religions. Path of Acra is a very atmospheric game that has a lot of good storytelling behind it. The world feels very gloomy, dense, and present not only for the stats it provides, but also for a bit of a story it tells. You have a character building system that consists out of main stats, a crazy talent pool. You can pick from 3 of these trees, and a gear system, which allows you to interact with your enemies. Everything in Path of Acra is streamlined to be fast and effective. We move our character with the num tab, or you can move with the mouse. This game supports 100% mouse controls, which I really appreciate for the folks that are not that much into full-on keyboard controls, but full keyboard controls are also a possibility. So you can have here an overview about the controls. As you see, it is all very streamlined and effective. And the goal of the game is quite simple: don't die and reach the end of the line. Every area you complete yields you several rewards in form of glory, which is going to give you permanent unlocks for new character classes after each run, and new races and new religions, and you gain new stat points for that run. And after each map you will also find a stash of items that will be, well, interacting with your character as well. The system here is going as follows. This game has a ton of different triggers to make builds. So for example, we're going to give you here a little bit of a show. You've seen so far what I've been doing, just bumping into enemies, nothing special. So we're learning now a little bit of pyromancy. So whenever we deal fire damage, enemies get scorched. Up that a little bit. Gain pyrokinesis. When we hit something, we deal fire damage. And, well, let's just hit somebody now. And as you see there, we're scorching the enemies around us. That's pretty nice, and there are really a lot of different combinations locked behind there. We could now go and combine that with blood, poison, life, ice, whatever you want to. There's a ton of different things, and to add some icing on the cake, you have also a lot of prestige classes that are always a combination between 2 different elements that give you another extra bonus that you can work yourself towards to. The game boasts with a lot of replayability, as every run is distinctly different. You will never have the same gear on each run, you will never have the same enemies on each run, and therefore you will always have to go a little bit different there. So here goes the itemization. So we have now found our first item, which is a dread sash, and whenever we deal physical damage, we will now deal death damage around us. Items have all manner of different effects like these. Our sword is adding poise to ourselves, with it making us tankier. Items can have a lot of different effects. Let's go out here so I can show you some more, as we can now select our further adventure. Here we can now have a preview about what we're finding. So this is a helm which gives us inflame status when we get hit, which makes us hit harder. Here's an armor which removes, which makes it impossible to remove inflame. That is a little bit specialized, hard to. Here, stand still with that staff and deal fire point blank AoE damage with that fire staff, if you please. take that wind mace and deal some psychic damage on top of your blunt damage. Take these gloves and take some extra scorch on top of your enemies. So you will have to build your way out of that. First you select your skills, then you select your items, and your goal is to make as much of a crazy synergy between these things as you possibly can. This is also important to check out your enemies at firm time. You always have the ability to preview what's up ahead of you, so you can always plan strategically. What I love about this game are a couple of things. First up, it's fast. Seriously, you can go through this game in a couple of runs without needing hours and hours of time to have fun with it. This doesn't mean that the game is mindless, though. You will always make important decisions as these battles ramp up in difficulty crazy fast. First couple of levels are a cakewalk that you can finish by just picking a couple of things that you just like, but the deeper you go down the path of Acra, the more vicious the encounters will become, and before you know it, we will get one shot by some random dude because for some reason you forgot that your character relies entirely on regeneration and you get shut down, or you rely entirely on armor and you have an enemy who says, ha, armor, 90% penetration. And there are lots of pitfalls in between, so you have to constantly weigh your way up ahead. You have to think about what's up ahead of you here. What can I tackle? What kind of rewards do I want? And you form your build along the way. This is a constant, fun decision-making process while runs never taking much longer than, well, 60 minutes. I haven't managed to get to the end of the road yet while I'm recording this, but I'm so struck with this. I like this game a lot. It has all I like about roguelikes while staying true to its original nature, which means it is tough. You don't get any soft stat unlocks or something like that. You only unlock new options. You don't unlock more health for your next run, or things that would make it easier. You have to learn the game. You have to learn to work with your resources better to get it done. You have to learn to draft your skills better, and all those things which just make it fun. And I personally love old school roguelikes for exactly that. I don't want to badmouth roguelites in any way, as they are fun as hell too. But this game really pulls the trigger on you by introducing only a small amount of races, classes, and gods that you can play up front, because I totally skipped religions so far. It's also, you can't do religions, and you can have characters that rely entirely on prayers. You can have summoners, you can have mages, you can have fighters, you can have vampires, you can build so many different ways in this game, and it also has an achievement system that rewards you for a victory with every single prestige class for all you crazy completionists out there. So, Path of Acra, it's still a little bit of an early access, so it ain't done yet, but it is 0.9.4 something while I'm recording this, so the game is not that far away from being done at this point, and it is a ton of fun. And if I haven't convinced you yet, you can just download the demo. I've put the links down there below so you can check it out and just get yourself your own opinion about it. I personally love turn-based combat games that are fast-paced and meaningful without feeling like it's all about reflexes and such. This game is 100% cerebral gameplay without thousands of consumables and other things, as most skills fire off passively. This is one of the trademarks about this game. Everything happens while you're either moving, bumping into enemies, or standing still. These are the three main triggers of combat, and this is so much fun, so excellently done, and so much variety of things that you can do, as we can always cross our skill tree out of these three trees. You have always something else on your hand, as the items you will get in each run are never the same, and the items can make some really, really nutty combinations that end up with turns taking really, really long while you're spitting fire for ever what it seems. And yeah, tons of things, and you feel like you're on top of the world until somebody comes around the corner and just stabs you with one shot. It's fun, it's really recommendable, and I hope you guys will give it a try, because this game, as I record it right now, does not even have 500 reviews on Steam, so maybe you want to help out these guys, or this guy. I don't even know if it's a solo dev thing or not, but rarely have I felt so hyped up by trying out a old school roguelike like this one, like with Path of Acra. So, and I play this stuff since I'm a teenager, you know, I'm not easy to please. So, that all being said, I really hope you enjoyed this little video. I really would like to hear your opinion about the game. Tell me what you think, and most importantly, give me other recommendations about games that you personally feel criminally underrated, so I might try them out, because you guys, if you've been watching my stuff that I'm putting out, you might be already aware of the stuff that I'm playing and the stuff that people watching this channel do like and I do like. So yeah, feel free to recommend me something, and I will return with more criminally underrated games as soon as I can, as I feel like, yeah, I want to do these devs a favor, I want to do you guys a favor, and just try it out, have some fun with old school roguelikes, and that's all I have to say. So feel free to leave a thumbs up on that video, feel free to check out the channel of mine, subscribe. The description box is full with useful links. Feel free to check out the YouTube channel membership system of mine, or whatever form of support you might want to do if you like my work. I'd be really appreciating that. A big thanks to all the supporters, and a big thanks to you watching this video until the very end, and I hope you might have some fun with Path of Acra. See you there, and have a good one. Bye bye.